Did you see CW's Schindler's List?
Welcome back to the Incredibles podcast. I'm Roman.
I'm Logan.
We're here with a special guest today.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Gordon. I'm Logan's brother.
Been on the podcast many a times.
3 times.
Was it?
You're our most recurring.
Maybe
guest.
2.
Hold on.
This might be 3.
This is 3.
This is 3.
Wait.
First was teaching you football,
Football,
and then he came in with holding mild.
Oh, and then I did this is 4.
This would be 4.
What was
Me and Jules came on.
Oh yeah, when I wasn't there. Yeah.
Season 3,
What was that?
episode 2,
Oh yeah. Okay.
where we cut it, and then they came in.
That's
to talk
true.
about DC.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna get right into ranking stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of an overall topic of this episode. Give me your 5 favorite franchises, books, movies, shows.
Okay. We're gonna start with the number 5.
Yeah.
Go around. And then
Yeah.
4. Go around.
Yeah. Got my 5.
I don't, but I'm gonna wing it.
What is it?
5, I'd say the Jurassic Park franchise.
Okay.
It's a good idea. They have like 3 good movies out of the 7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
7 coming out.
the 7th one coming out.
Yeah. Who knows? That might be.
We're gonna go watch it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we are. Totally. Yeah. What's your?
Number 5, I'll go probably Harry Potter.
Okay.
I don't like J.K. Rowling. She's kind of crazy.
Rowling.
Apparently, she's no longer transphobic.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Did
I did
you
not
hear
see
about
Yeah,
that?
I think I read something about
She
that.
went to a pride parade.
Yeah, you're right.
In
And then she was
Cincinnati.
like,
And then somebody, like a trans person, handed her something, and then she was like, "It was so nice.
I get it now.
I don't hate them anymore."
Look, I don't get it, but I don't hate it.
No,
The
but
top comment on that was like, "Ohio does crazy
Crazy
things to
Daisy.
people."
no, I'll go Harry Potter. I think it's pretty fun.
I'm gonna pull one out of left field. I was thinking about like Jurassic Park's very popular, very big one. I'm gonna go like childhood Power Rangers.
That's a good one.
I think like 10 plus
They
years of
had-
That's a good one.
solid. I
They
mean,
had a
solid.
lot of bad shows.
Yeah, but I mean,
But even their bad shows were good.
yeah, okay. If you look at their bad ones back in like the 90s,
And
they're
nobody
still
got a
better
dog
than
on
like
Dino
Dino. What's the
Thunder.
Dino Thunder now is like. Now their weird like stuff's really bad.
Are they still doing it?
I think so.
Probably.
It's like Beyblade.
They do
It's like
comic
really-
books.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they do. No,
They do
nothing
comic
beats
books.
Samurai though. Samurai's the best season.
Samurai was the OG.
It was.
Samurai.
It was very
wasn't,
good.
but it was.
Samurai, and then almost going into Mega Force, wherever they had the Chomper, and they had that like end game episode where all the like, dude, I had bumps.
No, Power Rangers is sick. That's a good one.
It was I was like, I got to.
Number 4.
No, I think
I'm probably gonna go Star Wars.
We're gonna blend. Yeah, we're gonna blend.
That's my number 4.
I was jumping.
I'm not too
Yeah.
too much into Star Wars.
Crazy.
As much as I used to be.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I was jumping.
I like it, but
Also my 4.
Star Wars at
Just-
4.
Well, it's just like
it's not
Oh.
my favorite anymore.
I mean, I can nerd about it and I love it. It's not like it doesn't share a nostalgia thing. Like I mean, I
The
went.
only Star Wars thing I watch anymore is Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's about it. And I'll rewatch maybe the original series and then Revenge of the Sith. But like,
I watch it all.
I know
All
you
of
do.
it. All of it. My number 4 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I knew that was Actually, no, I thought that was
Mostly
a
the
little
comic
higher.
books.
Okay.
Mostly the comic books, which are
the accurate good ones.
they're so good. But the TV show, the new movie was fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go TMNT as number 4. It's a good one.
Number 3. I know we're gonna like share, like the 2, 1 and 2. We're probably sharing. So
Man, come back to me.
okay, I can give you one that I'm probably like I don't know why you're not saying, but I'll say my 3 is Harry Potter. It's just that's more nostalgia, and I did read the books and I watched
Great
obviously
books.
the movies,
I'm
but
not as into Harry Potter.
I know that's not you.
I got Sirius
Unbelievable.
Black Swan.
Yeah, seriously, I got
He's sick.
the Elder. I had
Sweet.
Harry's Lumos, or it could be but I think it was mostly Lumos because it didn't project anything, so it could have been Patronus. And then I have Sirius, not Sirius, Snape's.
Nice.
just because I love Snape.
Nice. I'm gonna go. My number 3 is Pokemon.
That's what I was saying. I
I
was
know.
like, how are
I
you?
forgot that was a franchise.
I'm going-
honestly.
I was like,
I'm
it's
going
just-
Pokemon.
It's got comics, shows, cards, movies.
Yeah, I guess that'll be my number
It's a
3.
franchise.
I'm gonna go Pokemon at number 3.
I was literally thinking. I was
I was like,
doing Pokemon stuff this morning. I was playing a game this morning.
I was like,
playing Infinite Fusion. I was killing it, dude.
I almost had Beyblades as like an honorable mention.
Oh, we got to do an honorable mention because I already know I forgot one.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I'll do that before my
I
one.
know my
we'll do
honorable
honorable
but-
mention before one.
Before one.
It's like Watch Mojo.
like Watch Mojo.
Yeah.
I'm going to Watch Mojo.
Number 2,
What's your 2?
DC. Just because Perfect Marvel really got me loving Marvel so much that I know it more than I know DC.
Yeah, I mean,
Nowadays.
I think they're gonna be a blend, but comically they'd be 1, but overall they're 2. Is on my also number 2 is DC, but you can't Injustice comics beat anything.
They're so good.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
I
I don't know. I
those
liked the comics. I liked the Injustice comics, but there's so many better ones.
There are
So
some.
many.
I showed you the Bane one where Bane went into town and all of a sudden both Dick, Damian, and I think it was Jason all got murdered by Bane, and they were all hung in the Batcave. It was like
Crazy.
yeah, that was just one universe.
I need to read the Absolute.
Mhm.
stuff.
Those look interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, they're crazy.
All right, my number 2, Star Wars. It's got to be. I watch Star Wars constantly.
Man, who
I
I'm
love
thinking
Star
is your
Wars.
one? Is your
I think I know what your 1 is, but where's the other one?
No, hold on. You'll
He's
see.
it's either HM.
You'll
or,
see.
like,
Yeah, it's either
R1's his HM.
Nah, you'll see it.
I guess.
Frank, yours is gonna be Franklin the Turtle. I guarantee it.
Hey Bill. The Hey Bill franchise is wild.
Hey Bill.
A little Bill.
little Bill.
Caillou, the Caillou universe.
Dude.
Is Little Bill and Caillou
Into the Caillou,
universe?
into the Caillou-verse,
Across the Caillou-verse.
where he meets Little Bill. It's wild. Honorable mentions. Yeah.
I'm gonna put 2 out there.
2 HMs.
Harry Potter
Okay.
is an honorable mention, and then Invincible.
Oh yeah, Invincible's good.
Yeah.
I was
It's just-
thinking Invincible, but I was like, there's so many other things that I want.
It's just so new.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got
It's just so
my
new.
own.
I mean, I've read the comics, but yeah, it's very new.
I want to do 2 as well. I'm just trying to think of another one. Because I've one I'm like locked in.
Well, then say the one you're locked in.
Okay.
And then maybe
Game of Thrones.
That's a great one.
Just,
Great
it's,
pick.
like older. I would like Invincible's still a little too young, but and then I would say Walking Dead, but I didn't get into like the last couple seasons. It was really good, but then same writers. But then honestly, The Boys. The Boys might be the Game of
Interesting.
Thrones. I mean, just out of ridiculousness and good acting and writing.
Oh,
My honorable mentions. I'm gonna go first one. I'm gonna go Nintendo. It's hard to narrow down because you got
Yeah.
like Super Smash Bros, which is its own kind of franchise.
that's
But
fair.
I'm like,
That's fair.
I'm into
I mean,
Legend
just
of
the
Zelda.
It's a
entire
franchise made
Mario.
of
Yeah,
franchises.
because
Yes.
if you're gonna go pure Nintendo, not like Smash, where it's like Pokemon's, that's not necessarily Nintendo, but like the Mario verse
It's
and the
owned
Kirby
by
verse.
Nintendo,
I know, but like
like the parent.
pure
company of it.
Nintendo was was Zelda,
Zelda,
was
Mario.
Kirby, Mario.
Yeah.
That's solid.
So I gotta go those 3 in
Yeah,
particular because
that's-
Mario Kart's sick. I
Yeah,
love
Mar-
Legend of Zelda, you know,
Yeah.
and then the old Kirby games on like Game Boy, sick. I hate Kirby though because Jules main's Kirby in Smash. My other honorable mention, I'm gonna go Elder Scrolls.
That's valid.
I love me some. Just finished Oblivion, played all the DLCs. Great, fantastic.
If I'll throw a boot in, I'll put God of War.
See, I only played the
No, you gotta go back.
Norse one.
Go back to third, dude.
I played him in Mortal Kombat.
I watched like back in the day, similar to Nintendo. There was like the 4-hour videos of just all the boss fights. I watched about 3-hour
Yeah.
videos of God of War 3, and it's him facing every Greek god.
Oh yeah,
Dude, for it being prior to 2010, the graphics on it are amazing. because it's literally giant figures and this little dude trying to fight him.
That's good.
I'll
That's
throw
good.
that. That's my game franchise. That's
Yeah.
what's your one?
Marvel.
Marvel.
No, I just watched Venom 3 last night.
Oh,
Did it take it down a notch?
Was it better than 2?
No.
Did it take Marvel down a notch?
It was worse than 2?
Yes.
2 was pretty bad.
I know. If it's worse than 2.
The first one was okay.
Honestly,
pretty good.
It was okay.
I wouldn't mind watching the second one after I watched that one. Like, why was the dude that played the lizard in it with both arms?
That's
he was
true.
A hippie
That's true.
named Martin.
Okay, he was also Luna Lovegood's father. But
He sang David Bowie
Nice.
to Eddie Brock.
good.
Nice.
So did Dexter.
And then he just came out of nowhere in the final fight
Okay.
and hit an alien.
I'm gonna give you like, was it better? Venom 3, Morbius,
Never saw Morbius.
and you didn't see Madam
I
Web.
don't want to watch it either.
Okay, then I'll watch it because Morbius
Okay.
wasn't horrible. It just
We-
didn't make chronically sense.
We said that we were going to watch all the Spider-Man related movies with our meme compilation.
Yeah,
randomly
playing. Yeah,
interrupting
we
it.
still have to
to make it
continue. Yeah,
enjoyable.
me and you, like, when we spend the night, we got to do at least like 2 movies.
Gordon, I'm telling you, we were watching Spider-Man 3.
I'll say
That's a great movie.
I'll say where it started. We went to go see Across the Spider-Verse when it first came out, and
Yeah.
we were. He was just about to turn 18. I was about 6
But
months
I
out.
was stupid, and
He's
they
like,
asked if I was 18. I went,
No,
Dumbass.
it was in July, so we're like, screw it, we'll go back to the house, and then we watched
For Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cross.
Because it was
the
past
anime.
a certain time.
It's their
Okay.
curfew.
Yeah.
It's not. It wasn't PG.
I was like,
it wasn't rated R. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's PG-13.
No, and then Miguel went purely killed him. Yeah, but then we went back to my place and we watched Amazing Spider-Man 1, and we're like, wow, this movie is so good. Like, and we just made fun of like their lines. Like one of them was like, Aunt May can't sleep, and then tea was being made, and we thought someone was laughing. Or
It sounded like a wheeze.
yeah, and then one of them was like, I'm so hungry. Let's
He
get out of
comes
here.
in right after he got bitten.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
straight to
Yeah.
the fridge,
I'm
so
so hungry. Like, we were laughing at that.
The dialogue is very goofy in those movies.
Yeah,
It's
but
so
then
funny.
we were like, this movie's so much better. We remembered it when we watched Amazing Spider-Man 2. We were thinking that one was better than 1, and we're like, oh, let's go back.
Okay, I didn't think it
I
was
thought
better
it-
than the first
I
one.
thought it
just
was, like,
remembered it being
being-
better than it was.
I thought
Oh,
it was
yeah.
decent. And
On
then
rewatch.
and then we rewatched it, and we couldn't even get past like 10 minutes
No.
before us like going on our phone. So we're like, all right, to make things better, we'll put on like 10 hours of silence interrupted by metal. And so then
Like
we were
the metal pipes.
so when she fell, it made it
It
a lot
made the
more,
metal.
it made it a
Nice.
lot more appropriate.
Sometimes it like just lines up. Like,
Oh,
I have
and-
a whole meme compilation, and
Yeah.
like in Spider-Man 3, MJ comes out for her play, like, and she starts singing, and then it was like, everybody's Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we're like, okay, that made it a lot better. And I still watch Spider-Man 3. It's still pretty decent. I watched it a couple
It's not
of-
bad. I
It
mean,
really makes me hate MJ more.
What?
Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
no, her
she's bad in that.
Kristen, whoever her name is, she was not a good casting as her.
Kirsten Dunst.
I thought,
Kirsten
okay, first couple movies she was fine. I think my thing, Sam Raimi does not know how to write side characters very well.
No.
I don't
His
think.
best side character was the pizza ball guy from Multiverse of Madness.
I'd say it's Wanda.
It's a ball guy.
Yeah.
Oh
no,
my God.
Bruce
Like,
Campbell's
Bruce Campbell.
character.
He's like, hey, you need to pay for that.
Yeah.
Best written side character.
That's true, yeah,
of all
yeah,
time.
But like, he's just not good at
Bruce
the side
Campbell and
characters.
all of them.
Because like, James Franco had goofy lines.
I know. I think one. It's just like
It's so funny though. Him
him in,
winking
him in the hospital bed, like, they're my friends. I die for them. Like, okay.
when he
Shut
winked
up.
at Peter through that window,
And then he
and then the bus comes by and he disappears.
No, and then he's like, strawberry. Like, come on, dude.
So goofy,
Dude,
but they're
okay.
fantastic.
Even that, like, oh, little goblin, you gonna cry. Like, come on. I like.
Spider-Man 3 is a trip, but I think it's
Like,
good.
I just couldn't get that into it without the memes playing.
The
I don't know,
song.
I love it.
I couldn't. Yeah, that too. Yeah,
It,
I couldn't.
I don't know. Some of the
I think they were Flint.
Venom was terrible.
Honestly, they were at Flint Marco the best.
Him going to church and be like, God, I just have one thing to
I
ask you.
told- I-
Please kill Peter
I
Parker.
was like, dude, he's like, get religion. I think he didn't get religion.
He wanted God to kill Peter
I
Parker.
want you to kill
That's
Peter
so
Parker.
funny.
See it, John.
And he's like,
Joe.
Parker? I keep looking up. Ah! Like, bro. Bro
That's
is
so funny.
literally has no survival instincts.
All right, let me get to my one.
All right.
It's a tie.
We went on a rant.
It's a cheat.
tie. Okay.
It's a cheat. It's a tie. It's DC and Marvel.
That's where I was kinda
thought
going
you
with
were just gonna
comically.
put DC at number
One,
one. And I
yeah.
was like, so where are you putting Marvel? Is
Yeah,
that
no, like
honorable
that's why I'm
mention?
like
That's
yeah, like
crazy.
comically DC is my one, and then movies and shows are Marvel.
See, Marvel has the
Depends on the
nostalgia
show.
factor for me.
But there's no good. There's like DC and like
DC
besides.
has some good shows.
Okay, but animated, yeah, but live action, not really.
No.
Penguin.
Oh,
Okay,
Penguin's
Penguin,
really
besides
We
Penguin,
didn't
yeah.
even finish that.
Peacemaker.
No, we didn't know.
Peacemaker's
Peacemaker.
great.
Okay, besides like James Gunn coming in. And
Yeah,
doing it, yeah.
besides James Gunn and Matt Reeves.
Besides
DC.
James Gunn and Shaq completely carrying, completely carrying DC at this point.
Yeah, no, it's got to be a tie. I mean, Marvel's got the nostalgia factor, but Batman's my guy. Batman's so sweet. And my favorite superhero movie of all time is Into the Spider-Verse. But my favorite live action is the Batman.
Yeah, the Batman. My favorite DC movie.
And that's why you're the executive producer
of a perfect DC.
And that's why I made a killer theme song.
I've got the whole first 3 chapters planned. The whole story.
I want to start.
They're fantastic.
Batman needs to get started.
Yeah, and that's why I made.
You talked to Jules. I hired her to write, and she's slacking. Slacking.
Music's basically done. Just fill it in.
Help write. I don't care.
Give me snippets. You're like, I need like a creepy scene. Like, gotcha. I'll put you in like 4 measures and just repeat it, just underline.
I know you had like this one part where you wanted jazz, where it said jazz music in there.
In what?
In your Batman breakdown thing for chapter 1. It said something about jazz.
It'd probably be like a Bruce Wayne moment where it's just him in the suit, not necessarily a backstory. Because my main theme is Batman and like kind of like a weird him growing up, so it sounds really crazy and weird. But yeah, jazz would definitely be the business side where you don't really see all the time.
I read that part and I went, oh, Roman's gonna have to change his whole theme.
not the whole thing. That's like a scene thing.
No, we want the Batman theme to be purely jazz based.
That's what I read, and I was like,
just like Gordon Goodwin, some like big band,
some Louis Armstrong in there. It's gonna be great.
How about just Whiplash? No, I was like, it's a scene because he's not always business. He's not Bruce Wayne. I mean, he's still Bruce Wayne, but he's not this like tuxedo. So it's like it's probably a scene thing, not like
probably.
Main
I don't remember the scene where it has jazz in it, but
I'm looking.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real honest. I don't remember a lot of what was written with Batman or any of them. To be honest with you, I know the main story outline for pretty much everything, but
I know how the melody goes.
Not the details.
Music, a haunting orchestral theme with jazz influence.
Nah, we can take that out.
Would fit the noir style.
I mean,
I can make a scene.
The noir style, yeah.
I can
the
make
jazz,
a scene.
but
I can make a scene and go like.
I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah. Just how would I just put the entire Incredibles like score in there?
Yeah, that works.
Because that's basically, dude, Kronos Unveiled. That theme song when he's like putting in the codes and he's realizing all they're dead. You've seen the Ohio memes where it turns into the gay flag. That theme song, one of my favorite of all time. That could be another rank of like theme songs.
Favorite Incredible songs, top 5.
Kronos Unveiled, The Glory Days.
Top 5 Geometry Dash songs.
Oh my god, dude, I'm so tired of Geometry Dash. He was like, "Do you think you can beat my level I just made?" And it's like 18 spikes right in a row. It's like, no, man, I can't.
It's literally impossible.
Well, I did. That's cap.
Okay,
buddy.
Let's see it.
Do it.
He's like, I'll do it in my room by myself, and then it'll come out and the level completed. See?
Just goes out and makes another one.
He's missing blank.
I did it.
I did it. Same one.
I won.
Date and time right there. 8 seconds.
I screenshotted it so you could see when I did it.
Screen recorded. Done.
So funny.
Spikes aren't even there, bud.
No spikes. Oh, that must be a glitch or something. Glitch in the system.
I clicked the screen though. I clicked it.
It was jumping. The spikes must have disappeared.
Yeah.
In the recording.
I jumped and then like 10 seconds later they were gone.
You know when you screen record things and the spikes don't show up, like that's kind of the main glitch.
It might be a settings thing. Check it.
It's like when you screen record.
I did it though.
You start playing music and then nothing happens.
That's how it
Oh
is.
yeah.
Yeah, that's happened to me.
Because it takes one. It can't. Sometimes they
It
can't
doesn't-
take one. They
it
can't
doesn't
take two
let it do
files.
it. But if you go to YouTube and then do the same song, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, no. That reminded me
Like
of
the thing I sent you. What was that yesterday? With the creamy chili sauce
Yeah.
that you left here.
yeah.
I had to
grab that.
YouTube the 2099 theme.
Oh, I
and
didn't even
screen
hear
record
it. I didn't even hear
You
the.
didn't hear it?
No, all I
I
did.
brought it in and it went.
No, that reminded me of my old headphones. I bought like some super cheap. Now my headphones, they have like the cord that you take out and you can like rebuy them if it breaks. We got one that was like not made correctly, so when I plugged it in, it could only hear not the main audio file but the background audio files. So I was hearing background music incredibly loud during regular, like, it's like hearing the background music for what, Lego Marvel Superheroes, just jocked up, and I was like, what the hell's happening?
Speak about top 5 songs. The
Great.
free roam music.
Yeah,
I
something
think
like
about
that.
that on a
Goated
daily
game. I'm just walking around town and that's in my head.
basis.
I think I liked the video. I think you sent it to me, or I found it was just like me pretending to be a civilian just walking down.
We used to do that all the time.
Oh, I did that too.
It was like we would play. It was basically hide and seek,
Yeah.
and it was like you have to find the person who's pretending to be a
civilian.
civilian, and it was always Hulk versus like Peter Parker with just his camera, and you couldn't change back into Spider-Man.
Oh, that's hard.
What we really should have done is went to the character creator.
And you
just
make,
created
like,
just
an
a
actual-
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't do
normal
that.
Person.
I would always get in like a taxi and just like slowly drive around. It was perfect. I don't think
I would
Logan.
have done I would have done exactly like a James Franco thing and just been like standing there in the taxi and just jumping it and just carry away. I'm like,
I think you found me one time and you like picked the car up and just like tossed it into the ocean. And I was like, damn, almost got him.
wow.
No, playing those types of games in that game, or just in any Lego game, it's just.
I loved when you had two guys playing as the like Hulk type characters and they just like start fighting each other and they start wailing on each
Gotta
other.
start pressing X square.
And it has like the animation where they're just like standing still, punching each other in the face like a million times.
You know,
It's just
like
so
Hulk
funny.
wafting Abomination's breath.
Me and you, when we did it, it was like we like find a spot and then we look at like a wall. Or
Yeah.
something where a whole screen
Turned
is
off
like a
mini
wall
map.
or
Turned
like
off
a
mini map or
screen.
sky.
Yeah.
And then you had to
the
like.
other person's like Fing Fang Foom giant flying around.
And then you're like, either you're like, all right, I can base off of like that lighting or the clouds, and then I just
Based
a
off
cheat
this wall.
a cheat code. You just fly over and you see a giant Fing Fang Foom, and you're like, oh, you're there. I hid as Fing Fang Foom one time, and you couldn't find me.
That's embarrassing.
I know.
It was
That's
bad.
bad.
I was in a building.
That's why I couldn't. He was in a building.
I was in like
flying
I was in
over.
like the east side by the I think by the one bridge.
I think one time Logan, one of the times he won, he was like Charles Xavier and just like wheeling around. And I was like,
left me in the floating one.
yeah,
Or just
yeah.
like-
I couldn't find him.
the most
I think he was-
character to play.
I think he was at X Mansion too, like just wheeling around X Mansion. And I was like, I don't know where you are. Like I'm
Dude.
Charles Xavier.
I feel like I'd be like a.
Where would I be?
I feel like I'd be like a goon in Central Park because you can really
Just walking
see. You
around.
can't just just running because they always like, I got your purse or something like that. I don't know.
I said I was a taxi driver. It worked. Worked for me.
That is one cheesy outfit.
Watch it, buddy.
Superheroes in New York. Gotta be kidding. Those lines.
The writings in that stuff. Me and
So
you
good.
playing those games.
Is that?
100%ing everything? Realizing we hate Sandman in that game. It's all of his stupid puns. That
Hold on. What was
terrible.
my favorite one? It was like, besides the, do you need a hand or two? There was one that was like there's an arrival at the train
There's
one
an
came in.
arrival at the station. A sand train comes out of nowhere.
So bad. We like.
And then we played. What was it Lego Batman 3?
It's
Oh
a
my
Green
God.
Lantern. Whoever had the stupid voice. Just say like, did you play Lego Batman 3, Gordon?
I played the first Lego Batman,
Okay.
but not 3.
Okay. Lego Batman 2 is the best. Don't ever play Lego Batman 3.
Is that the one with all of the DC superheroes?
Yeah,
in it?
and then
And
and some
the thing I
villains.
like about it is that you can go planet to planet,
That's cool.
and you get to explore the whole entire planet,
Oh, so it's like a No Man's Sky, but
pretty much.
Lego.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I love
That would be fun.
The rest of it sucks.
It's horrible. I mean, the
It
controlling
got
of
to
the
a point
character
where
was bad.
I was like trying to download a game, and I was like, I don't have enough room going through. I was like, I'm not gonna miss it, so I
Just
deleted
deleted.
it.
Yeah, it was just the only
I
good
haven't
character
saved
was
yet.
Flash.
Yeah.
Storyline and actual like playing ability.
Green
Flash
Lantern
was
was
fun.
annoying. Batman wasn't
Kind of
Batman.
useless. Superman was just not nice.
Brainiac was voiced by the dude who voiced Sandman.
Why we hated him.
Hell yeah.
I'm smart.
I'm smart now.
The worst.
Actually, he just says the same pun. You need a hand or two. It's just, huh?
Same voice lines.
But this time,
Arrival
because
at the station.
it's just still it's a robotic.
Ship.
Yeah, it's still a robotic thing. He said no sand pun. He just said puns.
Mm-hmm.
Man, dude, that would have made the
Nothing
game.
related to
That would have
Sand
made
at
the
all.
game a little bit more up to no pun intended justice if he just kept the puns in. Like, wait, is that the same actor?
Alrighty, we're gonna move on to the next
Topic.
thing. We rambled about Lego
No.
games for a little bit there.
That's good though. That's fun.
All right, character versus. Who's going first? Who's gonna throw one out there?
You had any pun?
I'll go with the new one, the big one, on the internet. Superman versus Omni-Man versus Homelander.
Okay.
Well, Homelander's out. instantly.
Homelander's not like people are like, oh, he's
He's weak.
not that.
He's
not that strong.
maybe okay. Soldier Boy is Captain America, right?
Mhm.
Maybe a little bit stronger.
Yeah, I mean, like he's
Soldier
got
Boy
some
is
strength.
like,
He's about.
he's
like
probably like the strongest character in that universe.
no,
So-
he is.
Yeah,
He
Who?
is.
Soldier Boy
In the boys over.
over
Homelander.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
the only
know.
one, he's the only one he feared, and like, it's
He
they're
could
super
beat
tight.
Homelander if
Well,
he really wanted to.
They're it's his son, so like
It
biologically,
was
but
such a back and forth thing between
Yeah.
him, Butcher, and
My thing with that is like, okay, Soldier Boy's Captain America. Butcher probably had similar strength to Soldier Boy on Compound V.
yeah.
And then Huey's Nightcrawler.
Mhm.
So we're talking about someone going up against Superman who got beat by two Captain Americas and Nightcrawler. Straight up almost died. Nah, he's out immediately. He's out
He
immediately.
gone.
yeah, no.
Now,
Now it's like, let's take it.
what's it, comic Superman?
We'll just go with the most powerful versions of both characters.
Yeah. So golden.
I'll take. Well, okay. Let's go typical versions of both characters.
Okay, typical.
Typical
I'm
version.
taking typical. I'm taking Omni-Man.
Interesting.
I just think like Omni-Man has no vital weaknesses. He does not have. He has not have a
Other than-
kryptonite, and
But
He's able to die.
He is
yes,
able to die.
100%.
Yes.
Like Viltrumite versus Viltrumite, they kill each other.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Viltrumite
So
versus
Superman
Battle
could-
Beast. I mean, he killed Viltrumites.
Yeah.
And but like I mean, take the sun. I mean, I'm just saying like random scenarios. He doesn't have his solar energy to gain back his powers. He's done. Omni-Man's still fine.
Well, let's just say they're fighting in the sky, over Earth, or in Earth.
in the Sahara Desert.
I think Superman wins. I mean, look at him
In
versus
downtown
Zod.
Metropolis, destroying everything
Yeah.
while Batman
In
sits there and watches.
in Chicago. I want to recreate that scene. He's holding Superman up in the subway. Maybe this time you'll learn, Clark.
It'd really be
Think, Clark.
Conquest versus
Clark.
Mark there.
I don't know, man. I think Superman wins this fight.
It's so tight.
Omni-Man's got the experience, but Superman's so.
And
he's
also
got-
think about fighting skills. Superman does not know how to fight. It's kind of like
he well, okay, typical version of Superman, he does.
I would
Like
say
comic book version, because he's gone toe to toe with Zod and Brainiac
Yeah.
and beaten them. You can't do that if you. Zod's an
but like,
experienced
but like
general
take other Injustice ones where Batman took the
with
the cell
kryptonite.
with the cell, but he knew
Well,
he was
let's-
better hand to hand combat.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Batman's Batman,
And also
so-
Omni-Man is older.
yeah, he's
So
got the
he
experience
knows
for sure.
way more experience than Superman.
But also, like, I don't know.
If
man.
they're fighting on Earth, then
I think Superman's got the edge.
Superman won't be able to die because the sun. And
Also, you have the if it's on Earth, Omni-Man has no attachment. Superman does, so he's fighting harder.
Well, theoretically, Omni-Man smart enough would know not to. He would just destroy Earth. At that point, he would sacrifice that planet, not for the Ultram Empire, but just destroy it. So then he's like, he has nowhere else to go.
Would really get under Superman's skin.
He would
like,
he would make him go injustice.
Oh, you work at the Daily Planet?
Gone.
Well, look at this. Boom.
What, Mom?
Nah, I don't know. Okay, like
your mother seems more like a pet. What?
Just goes home. She's dead with a leash on her neck, next to a food bowl.
I'm taking the Blue Boy Scout. I got to. He's so powerful.
I was gonna give it to like.
I do think because it is on Earth.
I mean, you put it in space. If there's a yellow sun, yellow star, it's Superman.
Sun, it's Superman.
But I will say,
if they fight anywhere else,
Omni-Man's got the versatility of being able to fight planet to planet without having to care about it. But also, like, man,
was it? I just want to clarify. Was it just a Zack Snyder thing, or did like when Kal-El went to Earth and he had that problem breathing the oxygen? Was that just a Zack Snyder thing, or is that actually like a Superman?
I've never seen that in anything other than Man of Steel.
Yeah, so I'm like, it must be his stupid thing because I was like,
man, I don't remember that.
What?
I think
the only decent besides
I out everything that Zack Snyder's ever done.
Besides those two first movies, the Wonder Woman and then that Man of Steel were actually decent.
They're okay, yeah.
Were decent Zack Snyder films.
Garbage.
No, everything after that was horrible. Everything after that was horrible.
Well, Wonder Woman was after Batman v Superman.
It was. Yeah, but it was pretty good.
I
don't like that Lupin Professor Lupin was Ares. I'll never like that.
And then he was Hades in
okay, he played Hades
Chaos.
Really good. He played Hades good.
I don't know the
he could be
mythology
Hades.
that well, but
he played Hades, no. Because Hades, I mean, okay, there's like figuratively, yeah, it's the big horns, but literally comically, Ares was he had a person. But when he had the armor on, you didn't see him.
Also, he's like very intimidating, and that is the last thing I think of. Or he's the one of the last people in the world I would say is intimidating.
Just like based on just their human looks, not intimidating.
Like I saw him in Harry Potter.
He's a twig. I mean, like next up is Professor Quirrell.
Even him as a werewolf, he was a twig.
That's true.
Very skinny werewolf.
They should have gotten Gary Oldman.
No, Gary Oldman can be kind of menacing.
I know.
You see him in Darkest Hour?
No.
So intimidating as Winston Churchill.
I was like, who? Yeah, him as Churchill was like,
it was crazy.
Damn. Wild. Honestly, side note, who would be a better cast for an Ares? Like, let's think older gentleman, because if we're gonna keep it, because obviously he looks young. He looks like a 30-year-old in the comics.
The Rock
when he has plays Black Adam
and Ares.
Change the hierarchy of the DC universe.
Say Vin Diesel. I don't want to try and get someone big because it doesn't matter.
I really liked
really what you need is a voice.
Yeah, you need
yeah, you need the voice.
I really like what they did in the new Percy Jackson show.
Yeah,
his look is
what, The Miz.
Yeah,
Les Mis. Love that show. Love that play.
CW's Les Mis.
That's a good one.
CW's
fan.
He's a wrestler, right?
Yeah, he's WWE. He looks pretty good.
He looks the part.
So
if he was Ares in DC, I would not complain.
I'd cast the Undertaker as Ares. Looks like him.
John Cena.
Good. John Cena. Yeah.
Like, ever just take like a
LeBron.
English or just another
LeBron James.
Just like another English man. I mean, look at Ronan, the guy who did him.
Yeah,
he could be decently big.
Lee Pace.
Lee Pace. Yeah,
Lee Pace was awesome.
I like
him as the
there you go.
elf king too.
Lee Pace as Ares.
Lee Pace as Ares would have carried it.
James Gunn, if you're listening,
pick someone besides Lee Pace
because his voice is like, how dare, like it's so.
Dude, have you guys seen Lee Pace's Batman?
Oh.
He's a little too old now, but
yeah, but
I don't hate it.
He does have the look.
He's got the jawline. And the voice.
I don't really associate him as Ronan, really. That's
what I mean.
That's the funny
he's so different. Then
it doesn't look like him at all.
No.
I associate him with Pushing Daisies.
Yeah.
Where he was the pie maker.
Yep.
Who could bring people back to life.
I think of him
That's an
as the
interesting
Elf
show.
King from
Yeah.
It
from
was
the
pretty
Hobbit.
funny.
That
The
too.
Hobbit was like that's his most well-known role for me.
I think he would be able to pull off.
He'd be a good
the
Batman.
He just
Henry Cavill as Batman. Honestly, the perfect casting of all time is Henry Cavill as Batman. To bring it back around to the Superman thing. He's got the exact look. Could you imagine him in Ben Affleck's costume?
him in absolute Batman's costume.
He's just absolutely. What the fuck? I mean,
He's got the look. He's got the look.
yeah. Imagine David Cornsweet as
Him-
Batman.
David Cornsweet as Batman.
Him,
Oh my
him
God.
now, Cavill nowadays though, he looks
He's Wolverine.
a little rugged.
Yeah, that's fine for Batman.
He's got like the long hair and
Yeah.
looks dirty.
Yeah, he's
I
got to do
don't
that.
know.
He's got to do the Mission Impossible thing. He's like, come here, guys.
No,
Yeah, where he loads his fists up.
Loads
Yeah,
his
dude,
fists
no,
before
that's-
they do-
I
that's a
follow
Batman
him,
thing.
I follow him on Instagram, and he posted something where he went to like this convention or something. I didn't realize it was him until I saw who posted it. I was like, oh.
That's funny.
He didn't look as muscular.
CW's iCarly.
Starring Henry Cavill. That's Freddy.
That's right. I was like, oh man, I was imagining the Spencer.
I think Freddy's a good role. Ben Affleck is Spencer probably.
Who would you want to walk in building a cheese sculpture or butter sculpture?
It'd be Stephen Amell.
Just
They-
let's out of the
They
two.
cast
No,
Stephen Amell.
Let's
as
cast
Stephen Amell's Aries.
CW's Greek gods.
Great.
My favorite
Grant
thing
Gustin is Zeus.
is Stephen Amell complaining about John Cena's joke about Green Arrow.
He's such a baby, dude. Oh my god.
He made a joke about the character Green Arrow, not his show or anything, and then he was like, "I worked so hard for that. I defined that character."
I
Like
think
you weren't Oliver Queen. You were Bruce Wayne.
yeah, I think that the comic books define that character, and then CW was like, well, Bruce Wayne's cooler, and we don't have access to Batman.
And
Let's
then
make
they
him
got-
Batman.
They got kind of access to Batman, aka they can reference him,
That's all they were allowed to do.
but that's it.
Yeah.
But
So
they
they
weren't
made-
even fully allowed to do Superman.
No.
No,
So they made Oliver
But then
Queen
they
Batman.
did it anyways.
they did like a guy
They did
who.
Supergirl, and then they
like-
brought somebody who
I don't think they were allowed
would
to
not
use.
have done, like, who's not like the perfect casting for Superman
No,
at all.
I don't think he's-
remotely.
Terrible, but like he's not close at all.
No, Tyler Hecklin.
Oh, Omni-Man. Omni-Man beats that one.
Everybody.
Omni-Man beats that one.
Yeah,
Not
like-
Homelander.
Honestly, yeah.
Like,
Like
Homelander could go toe to toe.
Homelander would beat that one. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Homelander.
I don't know. He did like free stuff, and he like, he was a lot more angrier.
Homelander's a bitch.
Just
being honest.
This is a PG-13R podcast.
I did say it.
You can say it.
It's fine.
We
I'm not trying to jump your rating up there.
don't
The one person's gonna be so offended.
care. The one person.
I didn't say it one person. I spelled it.
Mom, while she's at work, she's gonna be real offended.
Did you just say bitch? All right, what's our next one?
Batman, Spider-Man.
Batman and Spider-Man.
Now, there's multiple ways this can go.
Yeah.
It's either comic, both video games, Arkham, and then the Insomniac ones.
That's two, and then what? Live action.
Live action.
Live
Okay,
action.
two out of
Live
three.
action
Two
could
out
go
of
three different ways too.
but two out of three. Batman's winning.
I'll go this way. In 10 matchups, no prep time for either one. It's
50-50.
it's 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, no prep time.
No prep. Prep time Batman wins 9 times out of 10.
Easily.
Actually, you know what? Spider-Man with prep time is pretty dangerous also.
Yeah, but like which?
But Batman's smarter.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're gonna take maybe like Tom Holland's one where he's with Iron Man, then that's
Well, see, if we're going
Spider-Man
different.
versus
Robert
Pattinson's
I
Batman.
think Tom
Yeah.
Holland wins.
Probably.
that one, yeah,
I think
Even
Tom
though
Holland wins.
Pattinson
he's
is
smart, but he's
brutal,
not. But he's not.
He just doesn't.
But he beats up mentally ill people and not superhumans. He punches Spider-Man one time. He's like,
Ow.
okay. And then gets the shit beat out of him.
Spider-Man
like-
stopped Bucky's arm.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson's Batman does not stand a chance.
No, he
against.
looks the
Andrew
coolest.
Garfield versus Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
Ben Affleck, because he'd kill him.
He
Ben
Shoot him
shoots
in
it.
the head.
Why
We've
did you
seen
say
that.
that name?
We've seen that Andrew Garfield is susceptible to bullets. He got shot in the first one.
That's true.
So Ben Affleck,
Ben Affleck
Why did
shoots
you
him in
say
the
that
head.
name?
he shoots him. Gone.
Okay,
And then
and then
it'd
Tom
be
Holland, Tobey Maguire
Tobey,
versus
Michael
Christian
Bale.
Bale.
Oh, Christian Bale.
Well, okay.
That'd be a good. I'd pay to watch that fight.
No, let's be honest. After Spider-Man won, his strength went downhill.
Yeah, but
I mean, he lost it
still...
and he gained it. Yeah, he's still, but he's gonna ask for someone to pop his back if it was modern. Well, let's take Spider-Man
Before
one.
we
So-
do this, can you
okay.
pop my back?
So is Christian Bale. He got his back broken.
That's true.
Yeah.
He recovered.
Batman
he
broke his
recovered
back multiple
really
times.
Well, though.
I'm gonna say Tobey Maguire Spider-Man wins because he's got more experience going up against much stronger opponents. I don't think Christian Bale's Batman beats Green Goblin.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't think he
he'd
does.
struggle, but
No.
it'd be,
I mean,
it'd
no.
be
Let's be honest. Without Norman doing a oopsie, Norman would have probably beaten Spider-Man.
And let's be real, Christian Bale's Batman lost to a Bane without superpowers, badly,
He got his ass
and
whooped.
needed the help of the entire GCPD and Catwoman
and
to take down-
and a nuke for distraction.
to take down a Bane without superpowers.
What a lovely, lovely voice.
I mean,
I love that was improvised. Tom Hardy killed that.
Tom Hardy's hilarious,
I love him.
but yeah, no, I got to give it to Toby.
Yeah, I gotta be honest now.
He fought Hobgoblin, Sandman, and Venom all at the same time and didn't die. He almost died.
Oh, he almost did.
He almost did,
But he did.
but he didn't.
He didn't fight Hobgoblin.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Not at the same time,
Hobgoblin-
but
Venom and
Beat up.
Sandman.
yeah.
Venom and
Like
Sandman.
right at the very end,
Very end, yeah.
2 seconds towards the end, and then
He came in. He's like, "You missed me. I'm kind of busy here."
Yeah, no, I gotta go. In the live action, it's probably Spider-Man across the board.
Oh yeah. I was
But-
saying comically.
If we're going
dark Batman,
Typical
Dude.
Batman versus typical Spider-Man in the comics, it is a 50-50 fight.
and then
And then Insomniac
versus
Spider-Man,
Arkham.
that's probably the toughest one.
That'd be such a good fight, honestly.
both are
Can we
insane.
get a movie about that,
Dude, Arkham just
or just
absolutely
a game?
done. Absolutely
They're doing crossovers with Marvel and DC
They are.
right now.
They look
I
so
know,
sick.
I know.
So,
yeah.
Give us a
Well, what if you get absolute
Insomniac
Batman
Batman
Ultimate
Giant
Spider-Man.
versus
No, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Giant Batman versus
I'm going-
Ultimate Spider-Man?
I'm going 50-50 on that one too. I was gonna say maybe Spider-Man has the edge because of the Sinister Six
He did take on the Sinister Six by himself.
by himself,
Comically,
but not
yeah.
all at the same time.
Well, comically, he did take him on.
He thought about it strategically though.
He took him out.
He took them down one by one.
Well, 2 at a time.
Yeah, if you're talking about the game, yeah, he did
I
do
just
one at a
started
time
replaying
too.
it.
Yeah.
I got the
Um,
remastered for free. So
Arkham Batman though took out the whole asylum. His whole rogues gallery was there.
he also
He had to
New
work
York
it
City
around.
shut down, and then bro just posted up.
That's true. Yeah. I'll
Sure.
also just say that
His old sidekick
Cool.
killed a lot
I'll
of
say
people.
Batman.
nanotech. If it was nanotech Spider-Man, he'd beat everything in Batman's technology.
I disagree.
I don't think
Well, with
Batman
the,
doesn't
with the
have
Insomniac
anything.
one, he has a
The
lot of
Hellbat.
gadgets with
You ever
him.
seen the Hellbat?
No.
He uses it to fight Darkseid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean strength, but I meant naturally. I think nothing. The Batman has nothing.
He's got nano, right?
Batman?
Yeah, I think he's got nanotech.
He's super smart, so I don't see why he would.
He probably got it in his back pocket, just in
He
case.
just doesn't use it.
He doesn't use it because he likes
We're just gonna
the
reference that he has everything in his
He
back
does.
pocket. Yeah, so hey, he's got his kryptonite crystal.
Spider-Man throws him in the ocean. He's got that shark repellent ready to go.
He fights Omni-Man. Has a picture of his wife. You miss your wife? Here.
He's got a picture of him with Debbie. And he's got his arm around her.
She's my pet now.
Yeah, the caption says "my pet," just in case he ever
captions
runs
it
in.
like a Snapchat.
Just like a selfie,
It is a Snapchat.
just got my
He
pet.
sends Omni-Man a Snapchat.
Sends him a snap. It's just
Superman's like, how did you get Omni-Man's snap? I got it in
I
my
knew
back
it.
pocket.
I have ways.
I have my
know
ways.
I said, Alfred, send to give me Omni-Man's snap.
It was actually Alfred who got it.
No, it was just like his QR code was up there, and I scanned it.
Alfred was like, "What's your snap?" to Omni-Man.
runs into him, Nolan, in like the street. So, what's your Snapchat?
Do you have Snapchat?
I'm a big fan. Master Wayne, here's your Snapchat.
Omni-Man's like, yeah, I got snap.
goes
Yeah,
to Stebby's house. Just goes, what are you doing? At, like,
He acts like he's buying a house.
Yeah.
He's like, let's get a picture. Let's get a picture.
Bruce does that. My pet, the Omni-Man sends back.
No,
Are you
no,
sure?
no.
Are you sure?
No, he goes in as Bruce Wayne because he has to like buy the house. He takes a snap, but then he has to like draw the Batman like mask on his face.
No, he's so confident that it's gonna crush Omni-Man. He just full face.
Just does it.
Or he Batmans it and uses Photoshop.
He could do that. Or he goes as Batman to buy a house from Debbie,
He could do that.
and she's like, I sold Batman a house today, and Omni-Man's like, are you sure?
Are you
For
sure?
sure.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting day.
Are you sure? and then all of a sudden you hear, "Tick, tick."
It's my pet now.
Honey, are you not telling me something? She's back in the. She's like, what?
What is this? That's me and Batman.
Next time you'll learn. Dude, I'll start over. I'll get another one. Oh my gosh.
Who else could we do?
I like besides superheroes, like, because that can go on forever. Like, what's someone who is like, has a power, but like Darth Vader is in a couple of them. They're like, who would he do that? Like someone from a video game, just like
Darth Vader versus anyone from a video game.
versus Princess Peach. No.
Versus Kratos.
Darth Vader versus Kratos.
I mean that like logistically, if he's like, he has the power of the Force. I mean,
It's Darth.
that's capable of anything, but
Yeah.
Force is beyond anything
Darth
of
Vader
magic.
against anybody from a video game.
Well, like, okay.
Who's got
Starkiller.
comparable?
Yeah, who
He's
who
from a
also
video
has
game.
like
Darth Vader killed him. I'm pretty sure.
Saiyans?
From Undertale?
He has the same abilities.
I don't know anything about Undertale.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, come on. That was gonna be my honorable mention. No. No. It was like the genocide route. You finally face Saiyans, and then he completely like kicks your ass. He referenced that in the Rookie.
I didn't watch Rookie.
You watched the one scene where he's like, "Is that a baton in your
Yeah,
pocket?"
I know that one. I watched the episode where Shane and Ryan from Ghost Files
Brothers
were
are on there. Yeah. Anyway,
And that was
that's one guy I know who has like somewhat force powers.
Their acting was better than somebody's on the show.
I believe
Like
it.
a main,
I've seen it.
a main
Yeah,
character.
I've seen
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it's crazy.
How? 2 YouTubers?
Man, I don't know. Well, Ryan was in Ant-Man,
He was in
Ant-Man and the Wasp:
Ant-Man.
Quantumania.
And he's in another
Wow,
movie.
what a big
coming up.
certificate!
I know. He's great.
He's in another movie that's coming out.
I don't know, man. Darth Vader, that's a tough one
Like-
because not a lot of people beat any Jedi in my book, or Sith, to be honest with you.
Or just anyone with a big like force power. Like, I mean, obviously you can probably go in like Scarlet Witch realm where it's like bending reality.
yeah.
So you're like that, but that's more again Marvel. If it was Darth Vader and then Scarlet Witch, I would definitely say Scarlet Witch. But
Oh, I don't know though. He's
who would break the mind first? Because one's literally the power of like force in general, but is force a one reality thing?
I don't know how you ever watch Clone Wars?
But a little bit, yeah.
You get to like the gods of Mortis stuff,
No, that's where it's like the creation of like
the Force, and
Everything,
Yeah. So Anakin's like he takes over the role of the father.
that's true, yeah.
So he's got a lot of power.
And then how is that one kid more powerful than Anakin?
What kid?
You tell him. The pop you just got.
Oh, Starkiller?
Yeah.
It's Legends. It's not canon.
No, it's not canon.
Yeah.
It's
But
not
like
canon.
But he is the strongest.
but how's that
Character
powerful than Darth
Well-
Vader
All
becoming
time.
his father?
Because it hadn't happened yet. That episode of Clone Wars had not aired when
Yeah.
Force Unleashed had come out.
But then would Starkiller would also become the Force?
Starkiller's
I don't know
just
if
so
it's
strong.
I don't know if it's
Or
you
like
kill them and take over their place. I don't think that's how it works.
Mhm.
Also, I don't think anyone's taken over the role of the brother either.
But here's the thing: is the Force, like, I'll get multiversal? Is the Force a one? Is it down to each universe, or is it a thing that kind of blends throughout? Because like
I don't know.
we figured, we were like, oh, and what was it, Thor 4? There was an infinity, but there's an infinity in every universe. So you're like, that makes no sense. Is there a Force God?
Or is it like Galactus, where it's the same thing? In
Yeah,
every
is that
universe.
thing flowing through?
Well, it is.
Every
I think
universe.
the planet they live on does exist outside of time and space. So I would assume it's probably just the one. Because Ahsoka gets pulled into like a realm that's outside of time and space, and that's kind of like
It says hi to Loki.
Well, I feel like the Force hypothetically does exist in every
Here,
universe.
I'm gonna like
It's
look
just
at it.
it's different in each universe.
Yeah,
This-
that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's different in every
So, like
universe,
a Force user from the Star Wars universe, if they get into the Marvel universe, the Force is a different thing, so they can't use their Force.
but who makes Star Wars comics?
Marvel.
Marvel.
Yeah,
Oh.
and when Doctor Strange was falling through the multiverse,
Did he see?
Darth Vader's castle showed up.
That's true. He did pass
So-
Mustafar.
he did.
Who knows? And then
Um,
E.T.'s also in that universe.
E.T. does exist within the Star Wars universe. That is true. But there's some canon problems with that.
It says it's
There's
not.
canon
There's
problems
some
with everything.
canonicity.
It says it's
problems.
not explicitly stated to exist in every universe, but the lore suggests it exists throughout the Star Wars galaxy and potentially beyond, as evidenced by the Yulzong Von, who originated from the outside of the galaxy, but were connected to the Force.
That's what I was saying.
Mm. Well, that still
like
exists
either.
within the one universe, though.
So
In terms of multiverse,
I do feel like it'd be like Infinity, where it's a different Infinity for every universe. The Force is different in every universe.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with it's the same. I think there's one multiversal point because in that time,
cool,
in that time beyond time and space that
Now
Ahsoka
take
was in.
this. Is that different from like the Phoenix Force? Because that's also
Phoenix Force is
that's
per universe.
Per universe,
yeah, but that's like it's still this. That's a type of
Force.
yeah, like I said,
You're
energy.
just saying
Well-
it because it has Force in the
No,
name?
but like it's not an alien. It's not a
It is sentient though.
yeah, but it was born from the creation of
Yeah.
the Big Bang. So that's what the Force is. It's the connection. So that thing, it's smaller. It's not everywhere, but is it the same breed?
So your question is, does Darth Vader have the Phoenix Force?
No, I'm
I'd say no.
comparing.
Probably not.
I'm saying no. On that
No,
one.
I don't.
Probably
No,
doesn't.
no, but I'm saying like, is that Force, even though ratio smaller, is that related to the type of Force that would be in a generic universe or galaxy?
Okay, so like if the Force is different per universe,
Yeah, is that
Is
Marvel's
that-
Force?
maybe,
Like, is that a type of Force?
or is it magic?
I'm
I
don't think
I'd say
I
probably
don't
more
think
magic.
it's
You-
magic.
You
I mean,
came
it
up with,
tears.
like, this, like, combined universe thing, and you said that
My theory that the
the-
Elder Scrolls takes place in the Star Wars universe.
you did that, and you had like a couple other things in there, but you're like the Force is just like a kind of magic.
I mean, there are
It's not
witches.
It's a cosmic identity, not inherently magic.
There
It's
are witches though, in
associated
Star Wars.
and interact with magical elements.
The witches of Dathomir, who can raise people from the dead.
Interesting. Were they in? What were they in?
The witches.
Yeah.
Clone Wars, and Tales of the. I want to say Empire and Underworld. We see both of them. Oh, and Ahsoka. They have some witches in that one too.
I don't know why I was thinking of the video game Fallen Order.
No, there's some Dathomiri.
It can't be in every universe. It's connecting of all living things. So if you go to a universe of all dead, there's no Force there. That's the thing
All
that
living
connects
things.
all living things. But there
Throughout
is
the multiverse.
yeah, but there's universes and realms that possess no living things. So
You're frying my brain.
We got off on a tangent here
I'm
about
going
the
beyond.
Force.
I'm going
Oh
beyond.
my god.
How far are we now?
55.
Oh, it's not that bad. I thought we'd be like
No.
an hour and a half.
But
No, but
when we first started talking about, we
Mashups.
finished talking about Batman and Spider-Man
at what?
like 20 minutes ago.
Oh,
We just been
yeah.
talking about the
Force.
complexities of the Force.
No, but it would be that has logical sense. It's connecting of living things. So there's
The question is, do we write that into Perfect Marvel or not?
Darth Vader walks through the portal.
Darth Vader's
No,
actually
no,
the bad guy.
But
the
as I
main
was
one.
trying to say is that like
The multiverse.
it's that it's living things, but then if it's something connected to a non-living thing, does that kind of equal it out, or does that beat Darth Vader's force?
Well, let's just say in a matchup against Scarlet Witch, he has access to the Force.
That's where this all started.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
it was like Scarlet Witch or maybe Dark Fiend in that era, Dark User, because she's
Yeah.
also mentally can lock into somebody
Yeah.
and has literally force
I
physical.
mean, with Darth Vader, she could do what she did Professor X.
I know. It's just
Could she, though?
It's just whose brain
Could she,
brain
though?
is weaker.
Is his helmet like Magneto's?
No.
No, his
That's just
helmet's-
a cover. That's just his nice stuff. Yeah, no.
That's
Also,
because his
hers-
face looks busted.
That I don't know. Okay, I honestly want to know like that. That's telekinetic. I don't think what Scarlett Johansson. Oh, Scarlet Witch. Scarlett Johansson. So,
Darth Vader versus Scarlett Johansson.
dude.
I don't know.
That's a tough fight.
God. No, I think Scarlet Witch is. She's not. Like, I wonder if she would be blocked out by Magneto's helmet.
No, it's chaos magic.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, okay.
That's not
It's not
telekinetic.
telekinetic.
So, that's just a side thing. But it would just be whose brain would break first. And she's with the Darkhold. And that is that more powerful than the evilness of the Force?
No, I say no.
No.
I
So
don't
it
know,
might
man.
be. It might be.
I don't know.
Force is crazy.
My answer to that matchup is I have no clue.
Yeah, but at the time, like then she
And-
just goes. Then she breaks reality, and then
Who knows?
But that reality bends all living things. So I'm just like,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay, real matchup.
She's
Perfect
Marvel-
Marvel
she's-
Spider-Man versus Perfect DC Batman.
How many movies Spider-Man got?
Like
One.
what scenario?
In
Batman.
the totality of it all.
No, this is
Oh,
This is Batman.
How many
Generally.
Spider-Man movies are there?
There's
Yeah,
6.
Or no, is it how many?
How many?
Spider-Man
this-
is the main character in the movie.
He's like a.
He's the
second-
title character.
He's the title since 1.
Do we count the Miles Morales stuff?
No,
No,
No, I mean he's
It's side
like
stuff.
half of the main character.
no.
no.
Main character.
Like the title.
It's his movie.
It's his movie in the first movie. I thought you were talking about like experience
Give me a
level because
No.
obviously in 1 he's not experienced that
One,
at all.
2.
I was like, if you catch Batman versus
I'm talking about movie 6 Batman versus movie 1 Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's gonna die very quickly. I was gonna take
Batman would never kill him.
if you take. He would just he would die on accident.
He would die on accident.
No, I was saying if you take movie 5 Spider-Man after Goblin snaps all of MJ's limbs off and kills her,
Ooh.
then that crazy Spider-Man who would kill because we've seen in the movies.
8.
Oh, damn.
8?
Total.
Did you add
Damn.
2?
It's the special for
Okay.
Spider-Man Year 1
The special.
And
okay,
then-
yeah, right. So that's that, and then is
with
it the one after everything gets fixed? Or
within
no?
the now scrapped multiverse saga where we don't have anything planned.
There's
there was
one
a
in there.
Spider-Verse one
Mm.
planned
Okay.
where him
Yeah.
and Miles were both the main character.
Well, I had Batman in 6 movies as the title character. So I'll give it to Spider-Man in that one.
Here, I'm gonna give you one. Here, I'll give you a guy, and if you can make like a matchup, I'm thinking of a secondary guy, no powers, intellectual.
Buck Lime.
No.
Oh.
Megamind.
God damn.
He's not
Undefeated.
He's not tier S or A, but he's.
What are you talking about? He's S tier.
After he wins his first fight, he's undefeated.
Oh, I got you. Who beat Superman and
Mega
Metro Man.
Metro Man? easily.
His speed.
Alone.
His speed
His
alone.
speed
he stops
alone.
time at that point.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah, I know. He's the most powerful, like
Superman
like,
clone.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
even
yeah.
Sentry is like pissing his pants.
Because Metro Man stops time and beats the shit out of all of them.
He's just strong. Like he doesn't bleed, doesn't do anything.
Has no weaknesses.
no,
Can see right through lead.
through everything. Yeah, just hides behind lead, and then like,
Superman can't find him.
dude, he'd pull like a hair from like Homelander, and that would tear his head off.
Yeah, Metro Man.
Metro Man.
Metro
But
Man,
anyway,
number one.
who's the guy that you think is a level? Like
Megamind,
Yeah.
Brainiac. Megamind versus Brainiac. I feel like Megamind was supposed to be Brainiac and Lex Luthor mixed together, but like poor,
But poor. He was very poor.
very poor.
Like, well, who would he have been if he went to the right house though?
Lex Luthor and Brainiac with all of their resources.
He would have been a good guy.
He would have been a good guy.
He might have.
From the start.
His
Had the
planet
right
was
house.
good, and I mean, obviously, you see the end. He was actually good. He was just raised in jail. What if he was raised in a white collar household?
Let's be real. Is Metro Man good?
He was a jerk.
He was a jerk, but I mean, like,
Okay, when the city.
They shot out of
genuinely-
their planets, and he stuck his tongue out at.
What a dickhead.
Like,
When the city needed him most, when Metrocity needed him most,
he retired.
you're right.
he wasn't there.
Kind of like
He just watched on TV.
He retired to go play music in his basement.
And then he showed up at Megamind's ceremony. He was like, "Good job, little buddy."
Look at
Acting
you,
like he
kid,
didn't
go.
just punch him in the face.
Sir,
and
my
everything.
baby can't see. That's basically what he did.
Shut up.
Shut up. Brad Pitt.
His best role.
Honestly.
Metro Man number one, and then
I don't know. Him and Deadpool
Vanisher.
2 was pretty.
Yeah, Vanisher
him and
number
Deadpool
2.
Him and Bullet Train, though.
He's great in Bullet. But is he better than
Vanisher.
Lemon or
Okay, him
Tangerine?
and
Lemon and Tangerine were so good.
They're so good.
That
okay,
really makes
him-
me
why
believe
was
that Aaron Taylor
him-
Johnson's the
him-
next Batman.
no.
Oh,
You realize the
God.
Domino
God, no.
Domino from Deadpool 2 and Brad Pitt both in Bullet
Yep.
Train. I thought that was so.
was the director from Deadpool, I think. Deadpool 2 wasn't.
Yeah, and then you get Quicksilver in there.
And Ryan Reynolds was also in
He
Bullet Train.
was.
I didn't really see that movie.
He
a
was.
lot, but
It's
So good. Such a good movie.
no, I know it's funny, but like, what scene was he in? Was he like a?
was at
he was like
Just at the end.
the assassin that Brad Pitt's character like hated the most.
Oh,
He only showed up at the end.
It was literally a very quick scene.
oh man,
It was like Chris Evans in Free Guy.
what the
Yeah.
shit?
He was in there for 2 seconds. That was it.
Who's nature related? Like in another universe?
Are you thinking Poison Ivy?
Yeah, like who her and like.
There's not really any
There's not an equivalent, I don't think.
I know.
because
I'm trying to think of
I've
like
tried to find,
I'm trying to
an
find like
equivalent
someone
in
who's
Marvel.
like we found like all these have
and
been
they just
equivalents.
they just announced like they just released a character that is kind of an equivalent, but not really.
Well, because we've been kind of going with who's equivalent. The 3 Superman clones are all equivalent. Batman, Spider-Man are
Poster boys. Yeah,
poster, tech, no powers. Well, powers, but
Spider-Man's got it.
strength, and then technology. Darth Vader and Scarlet / other ones were just like force using abilities. We got to think of like maybe a lower level or just because higher ones you're kind of just like okay, throw it up in the air.
You can't
Toss,
anybody-
like
yeah.
you're going like what's it like Alien X versus like
I wanted to do a Ben 10 one, but that's just not even fair.
I know it'd have to be a certain one, but like Diamond Head
Like-
versus
Like who? There'd be no character that'd be able to go toe to toe with Ben 10.
Oh, we
be
could
fine.
do the new Marvel DC mashup. Green Arrow versus Daredevil.
oh
It's kind of interesting.
I don't see those two as counterparts at all.
I don't see them as counterparts, but I think the
No.
matchup is interesting.
they have the same general abilities. It'd probably be it's Hawkeye and Green Arrow. That's
not
obviously-
even.
Well, that's their equivalent.
That's the equivalence.
I know, but
That's
like,
their most equivalent. Out of attitude, it's
their
Daredevil. and-
whole like storylines.
No, they're
and
completely
stuff are-
different.
They're just
So
this.
different.
They're essentially the same superhero with different backgrounds.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if we
but
do
the
Green
same
Bow and
Arrow,
Arrow on the Justice
backgrounds.
League / Avengers.
But kind of same background, Daredevil. and Green
but that's
Arrow.
the mash. That's the DC Marvel
That's
mashup.
mentally,
that they're
that's
doing
yeah,
for the
that's
comics.
their mental. And I would definitely.
I don't know.
I'd give it to Daredevil.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
I think he would beat him in a legal issue.
He beat him up, and then in court, bring up that he beat him up.
Like, didn't I beat the shit out of you just a second ago?
I saved this.
Oliver Queen.
I saved this meme. It was from Born Again. It was him talking to the police officer. He was like, "I heard you have a black eye. I'm so sorry for you." It cut to him beating him up, like slamming his head into a fridge.
I don't know. I think if Green Arrow's quiet, which he can be,
Yeah, but
He's
so
so
quiet
jokey,
enough
though.
to be to not be heard by.
yeah, that is
Daredevil?
tough. But we gotta like,
Well, Daredevil can sense his heartbeat.
yeah, that's true.
I know you
That's
So,
can't.
a
like,
tough one.
There's
you
no
can't-
point being quiet.
The only person who could sneak up on him is Batman,
Or
because he
he-
learned something from the Tibetan monks.
He could.
He learned to stop his heartbeat.
No,
Well, as well as the Flash.
The Flash could beat him.
Well, he can
duh.
also just
He's,
okay,
he's-
regardless of speed,
Well,
he learns how to slow his
Yeah,
heartbeat down
he slows
where
his
it
heartbeat
can't be monitored.
down so much that
The monitors can't
it's
hear.
just
Yeah,
like, oh, he doesn't have
it
a heartbeat.
flatline. Yeah, yeah. He also did beat like 30 goons.
Flash
Dude,
Flash-
fully powered versus
Okay.
Daredevil.
besides,
He trips him
besides,
with his clothes.
You know what though? I think Daredevil wins because Flash makes an unintentionally ableist joke. Didn't see that one coming, did you? And Daredevil's like, "I'm fucking blind."
no.
Flash like,
Okay,
oh,
I'll
shit,
say
dude.
this. I'll say this.
I'll go home. I'm sorry.
I'll
You
say
win.
this.
That's
Daredevil wins because he beat up 30 goons in a McDonald's outfit and picked up She-Hulk.
Oh, the okay.
He did all that in one night.
I was so confused with the McDonald's outfit. I was like, what was he wearing? An employee?
Was
outfit,
it
but
was
no,
it in
was the red and
Injustice
yellow.
that Green Arrow beat Lobo?
Was that in the comic?
No, he died in year.
Yeah, but Lobo
Two.
comes to Earth, and it's like Green
Well,
Arrow,
well-
Black Canary, and Harley Quinn.
This was what he got brought back in year 4. Because I think was
Arrow?
it not Leonidas or whatever his name is.
Fate. Dr. Fate had
Yeah, Fate
him
brought.
and
He's like, I don't like doing
Canary
this.
and-
Yeah, and at the end of 3, he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna break the rules. And he goes to get Canary, and I think it's just those two.
yeah.
Yeah, and brings it back.
I don't remember him going toe to toe with Lobo.
No.
Or was Lobo just in
I think Lobo was just in it.
the Arrow Cave?
He was in it. I think. I
Was it
remember
was it Harley
Harley was fighting Lobo.
Or was it a team effort that they took him
It
down?
probably was a team effort, but I do know
Okay.
dialogue between Harley, like, "You're crazy."
Well, they had him locked up.
That's true. Yeah, he was.
They
in
had him
cave,
locked up in
yeah.
the cave.
I still think one of my favorite lines from the Injustice comics was Green Arrow had Harley like handcuffed and stuff in the Arrow Cave. It was like, this is the Arrow Cave. She's like,
Should be the quiver.
shouldn't it be the quiver? He's
The
like,
quiver. That's so much better.
so much better.
Damn it.
They wrote that really well, and they wrote the Flash really well.
I
Because
do.
right at the beginning, they're like, "Flash, we need you." He was like, "And I'm there."
And, well, he stretched it over 3 pages, so and he's like, "And I'm there."
My biggest issue with Injustice is it's so like convenient for the writers. You know what I mean? Like everything's so convenient. Superman snaps, and then all the Justice League members are like cool with it.
Half of them are.
Not half of them.
I would say 90% of the
them
Justice
are.
League is like on his side.
Okay,
And then there's the ones that don't have powers that are like,
It's like it's not a what if Superman went evil. It's like what if Superman snapped and then the Justice League enabled him every step of the way.
especially Wonder Woman.
Especially
I don't
Wonder
want to
Woman.
Oh my
compare
gosh.
things that happen. I
Wonder
don't want
Woman
to.
is so annoying. in
I
this.
don't want to compare like real life events of like, I don't know, someone on a certain side does something, and an entire like, I don't know, I'm just gonna call it a party, does whatever they are with support.
That was a really thinly veiled shot.
Oh, come on.
I don't get it.
You don't get it? You get it.
I mean, I'm on your side, but yeah.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
No, well, sometimes your sarcasm is stupid, and it's also sometimes good, so I don't get it. Anyway.
I don't know, man.
So,
It is like because Wonder Woman's good.
No.
She is good.
I think it's convenient for Superman. I think when you're just trying to say is like they get off easy because they're writing all their characters to just one side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they wrote.
Yeah.
They're like, how can we make this make sense? And it's like, okay, what if every member of the Justice League is okay with morally questionable things.
But it does make sense because
But then
they've
they write
always
some of them to be like, well, this isn't
iffy.
right.
Yeah,
this
it's
isn't
like-
right, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Like,
'Cause
like
it's
the
like-
Flash.
Yeah, the Flash.
whole time he was like, this isn't right,
Yeah,
but I'm not going to go against Superman or he's going to kill me.
yeah. But then eventually he does do some double.
And then he does double cross.
Yeah, he's like, but
Eventually.
but-
That's in the game, though. That's not in the comics.
what?
Mm.
No,
He does both sides in the comics, but
Yeah.
in the game,
Oh, in the game he doesn't fight himself.
right at the beginning, he's like, I'm with Superman, and then like halfway through, he's like, Superman's insane, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I'm with you, Batman.
Yeah. No,
I don't know. It's just
But
yeah.
but you know how like everyone when they found out Batman had all their weaknesses like stored up just in case of Injustice Fanny. I feel like they all kind of felt that about Batman. Like even though it's like yeah he might have been right, they just had a grudge against Batman. So when Superman does something, they're like,
Did that happen in the Injustice universe?
what?
Tower of Babel?
He had everything. I'm pretty sure already kind of stored and ready.
Well, because I feel like
that specific event didn't happen,
No,
but he does have it.
yeah,
Because when they were in the prison,
yes,
he
has
had
it.
yeah, he
the
had everything.
EMP
Yeah,
on Cyborg.
Yeah.
And it was like, I traced it back, and it was the moment
virus,
when we
yeah.
first met.
when we first met. Yep.
So he has it.
No, he has
everything.
it. I think generally they also don't trust. Like as in Batman has a slight distrust for everybody in the Justice League. Like they all have that for Batman.
My thing with the Injustice thing is if you actually look at Tower of Babel, when all of that comes out, even though Batman didn't do it, they kick them out of the league. And then Superman, rightfully so, kills the Joker, but then goes on and does so much worse stuff, and they're just like, I mean, whatever. We're
No.
chilling.
No, I get it.
We're chilling.
The reasoning behind him killing the Joker,
I'm fine with him killing the
Understandable.
Joker.
Was
Yeah,
valid.
like, drugged him and then
made him kill
him
Lois,
kill
Made him kill his wife, pregnant
and
wife,
child.
pregnant wife.
and then it blew up Metropolis.
Yeah,
I get
that's
it.
pretty valid.
Killing Joker's fine, but
That's what oh, dude,
that's
I can't.
really what
I
all
was
the
about to say
Justice
something
League
really,
members-
really rough. I'm sorry. Carry on.
That's really what all the Justice League members are
but Hal
like siding with him
Jordan,
with. Like, that's the reason they're siding with Superman. It's
Hal
just-
Jordan, being like, I'm fine with what just happened after Superman rips off Guy Gardner's arm.
True.
I'm like, man, that's one of your best friends. That's someone you've known for
He
your
doesn't-
whole.
He doesn't like Guy Gardner.
Okay, but they're close.
They're close. It's
They're like soldiers
Well,
together,
Yeah, because they're in the Lantern Corps. But
and he's just like,
Right.
I mean,
all right. Anyway.
yeah, so sad.
Wah,
Anyway.
wah, wah.
Wow.
Like that's crazy to me. That was crazy to me.
Oh,
I
tough
was like,
shit.
come on, man. Come
No,
on,
it-
Hal.
I don't think the word convene's not right, but it is kind of like really.
It's more of like a writer's convenience. Like they took liberties with certain characters to make this story, and they were writing it for the game.
Hmm.
It wasn't like it was some comic book writers like, oh, I want to make this story. It was
They
like
had to all lead up.
Then,
It had to lead up
that's
to the
your
game.
point. Then
Yeah.
that's your point.
it was convenient for the game's sake. And
Which in the game, Batman had a crew.
yeah, it doesn't make it bad
Yeah.
necessarily. It's just like that was my biggest gripe with it. Is it just seemed very
Right.
convenient.
without
Yeah.
without the injustice. I don't think we would have gotten through Shockfire a lot easier.
Without it, we wouldn't have gotten through it.
Mhm. Dude, I read almost I think all
We-
of
we
year
read a
4 or
lot of it
5.
on those
No,
routes.
not even that. When we were at South Dearborn, I read I think all of year 5. Yeah, I caught it, and then when I don't know if it was Fate, but when he went to the other universe and got the Justice League that was fixed.
Did he do that?
I don't know if it was Fate, but when Batman was like, "Dude, there's this," and he's like, "Huh?" Because Joker was there again. You're like, "What's happening?" Like, yeah, my
That was
super.
in the game.
No, it happened right before at the end of year 5. You see a perfectly fine Justice League with a sane Superman. Joker's still there, and Batman's like, "Yeah, my guy's kind of messed up."
I don't
But-
remember.
Did you guys see the Injustice animated movie?
Yes,
Garbage.
it's bad.
So bad.
They really took creative liberty, and
I was like, this is horrible. I like the games too.
they followed some things, but the ending of it was
I will
their
say-
own thing.
As a fan of Superman, Zack Snyder and Injustice did like almost irreparable damage to that character.
That's true.
Not that Injustice is bad. Zack Snyder's bad, but
Injustice, it's good. Like both games are good.
they both were like, yeah, Superman's boring. Like, no, he's not.
No, James Gunn. James Gunn's here to fix it all.
Thank you, James.
He's cooking.
James Gunn versus Zack Snyder in a fight.
James Gunn.
I mean, Zack Snyder's kind of.
He kind of built. Like not like super built, but like
Gunn has Shaq on his side. It's fine.
Yeah.
he's got a problem. He calls Shaq. Shaq would be there in an instant.
In terms of their movies, it's easily James Gunn. My opinion, greatest superhero trilogy of all time is
Guardians.
No, without doubt.
Guardians. Yeah.
Guardians.
And then I feel like I think the Ant-Man one gets way too bashed. It's not good, but it's still decent. I feel like everyone shits on the Quantumania way too much.
I feel like it's deserved. I'm not gonna lie. MODOK.
It has its moments.
MODOK was horrible, in my personal opinion. One of the worst MCU lines of all time. And then, yeah, don't be a dick. Like, it's so bad.
Bro,
and then
quotes that all the time.
Kang being beaten
You
by
quote that all the time.
I don't quote all the time.
You say it a lot.
Kang being beaten by ants.
Once a week.
Okay. I was like, I remember you said it like twice recently when the movie came out.
I said it like 3 times today. It is not all the time. God, shut up. No, Kang gets beaten by ants though. Horrible. I can't. It's not the worst movie. Thor: Love and Thunder is probably my least favorite MCU movie of all time.
Yeah, if I do an MCU rewatch, I'm skipping that.
I hate it. I hate that movie so much. Oh,
Like normally, I skip like Hulk. Yeah,
Fine.
I know,
it's okay.
but I've always skipped it. I always went Iron Man and then straight to Iron Man 2. And then, like, I don't watch Thor that often because the first one's kind of slow.
I like the first one. The Dark World is genuinely kind of boring.
I skip Dark World sometimes.
Ragnarok is great.
Never
then
will skip that one.
Thor: Love and Thunder is my least favorite MCU movie.
just upset. I just rather he retired and just like didn't do
Yeah.
the project than forcibly make it bad.
Yeah, make it bad on purpose and waste Christian Bale.
Waste Christian Bale, waste money, waste like.
I'm just saying.
Death.
They can bring Christian Bale back as a different character.
Yeah, but he was so
Easily.
perfect as Gore the God Butcher.
I know, but
I mean, he would be perfect as any character. I literally, if they casted him as Catwoman, I'd be like, there's probably a good reason for it.
he could do it.
He's the GOAT.
I believe it.
I looked it up, and I don't know why. I looked up random character mashups, and this one was made me laugh. All Pokemon versus the U.S. military. And I don't think there's a question.
All Pokemon.
It's literally all Pokemon.
That's like every Pokemon versus 1,000 lions. That's a real debate, and people are like, "Oh, the lions would win."
There's literally lion Pokemon.
There's the
Arceus?
god of time.
Yeah.
Just God in general.
I mean, limit it to like Gym 1.
No, they're saying every single Pokemon.
Every single
I
Pokemon?
was just saying like make it more viable.
Even then, Gen
I-
1.
I think
YouTube,
one Pikachu beats
majority
like
of
100 lions.
Just quick attacks, all of them.
Literally, he can do anything. He stops their hearts.
You just shock them.
He literally A-fibs. Give all of them A-fibs.
That's a crazy one.
Perfectly heart block and all.
No,
To
but
be-
if it's every single Pokemon, dude, Yveltal,
You just need Arceus.
you just all Pokemon minus Arceus, Yveltal.
Yveltal, yeah. You
The
just
bringer
need,
of death.
You just need Yveltal,
Yeah,
and then you're good.
Or if anyone would do anything mental.
bro just uses Oblivion Wing. That's it.
Do you need any like ghost type? Like,
Gengar versus the entire U.S. military. Gengar wins.
Like, no, they're all
Dude's massive.
He's a ghost with physical attacks.
I know.
Into all their brains.
He's also poisonous. Like,
Just Gengar.
just Gengar.
He just uses like gunk shot at them. They all get poisoned and die.
The entire U.S. military defeated by one gunk shot.
Dude,
from
honestly,
Gengar.
Just do like side up and use confusion, and they'll all like shoot each other.
just give Psyduck a really big headache. And that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. That's a crazy one.
I don't understand why that's a matchup. Why do people actually
900 lions?
I think
1,000?
I think it's the 151. Give us the 151 versus 1,000, because that's when people say all Pokemon. It's usually people who are like, oh, I played Red. All 151 Pokemon versus 1,000 lions.
No, but there were actual
It's
like
Mewtwo. Come on.
people who play the games modern, and they're like,
All
who wins between
1,000
it?
Pokemon
I'm
versus
like,
10,000
Take
lions.
away all the legendaries and mythicals.
They still win.
I know. No way. I'm like,
Dude, Luxray? Luxray by himself beats lions.
I mean, like,
Oh.
take all the Eevees.
pick up.
No.
She called you.
I'm not picking up Jules.
She called you while she was on.
That's true.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
did yours?
No.
Oh, the
I
lights.
don't know when mine died, but
Roman-
in the distance for a while.
Roman's just been talking to nothing.
Yeah, scoot this way. Scoot this way.
No, I mean, I was just gonna say, like, take any of the evolutions, they beat all the lions.
Just Eevee, period.
Eevee by itself.
Use Swift.
Run?
No. It shoots like stars.
Oh, I was talking about you take Flareon, and she goes,
What's that one move where it literally takes him down to 1 HP?
False swipe.
False swipe. Have you seen that in like the competitive where someone will throw out like a level 5 and then like it's like quick attack or like false swipe always goes first. They use false swipe on like a level 100 Giratina. And then
See,
I think false swipe makes him flinch too. So it's like you use it on a level 100 Giratina, false swipe, and then quick attack,
I have.
and then you win on a level 5.
I had before all my stuff got deleted. Level 100 King Gambit with false swipe.
oh, I
But-
don't know about it.
Not that kind of gambit. While leveling it up, there were some, like, it was at like level like 40 something with false swipe, and I used it, and it didn't knock it down to 1 HP. So I don't understand how a level 5 could do that.
I don't know. There's a way that people in competitive do it where it's like you can get it, and then it's like yeah,
They probably have like
you can only do it one time.
their like attack up or something.
I don't know how they do it, but yeah, it's like
Perfect IVs or whatever.
false swipe and then quick attack, and then you're good. Plus, a lot of people just do setup moves. You see someone throw out a level 5, and you're like, I'm just gonna sword stance with this level 5. I'm fine. You hit a sword stance, they hit a false swipe, and then hit you with a quick attack on the next move. You're done. Dunzo.
No, there's like this online Pokemon like fighting thing. Have you
Yeah,
seen that?
oh definitely. I played it.
I've hopped on it. Me
That's
and you,
pretty
we
fun.
should do our all gen team.
Let's see who wins.
See who wins against each other. That'd be fun. You need to make an all gen team, dude. Getting bored there, bud?
He doesn't have his mic anymore. He's done. He's checked out.
Oh, that was it.
No, I'm trying, like, I don't want any more matchups of, like, characters.
I think we hit the big ones.
Yeah.
The big ones.
None are, like, fun, or else I'll come up with, like, damn.
Goku versus.
Like, this is just, I don't want to go so far. I'm thinking, like, Pillsbury Doughboy versus. Dude, Pillsbury Doughboy versus Gingy.
Gingy's been through a lot.
Gingy's
Gingy
cut
knows
with
it.
ropes.
Yeah.
Gingy's cutting throats.
He's got his legs amputated. He's still kicking. I'm going Geico Gecko versus Limu Emu. Hold on. Limu Emu is dumb. Geico Gecko is smart.
I know,
Okay,
but
but also the gecko is this tall.
We'll see what he does.
We saw an emu
in
in person.
I know he did.
You
I-
know how big it is. Yeah.
It was
It's like a
Gatlinburg.
petting zoo.
They had zebras,
They had zebras,
camels, emus.
camels.
I'm taking Geico Gecko unless
Does
Doug
he have reptile?
unless Doug is there.
Gecko with reptile.
100%. No.
If it's Geico Gecko versus Limu and Doug, Doug's kind of dumb too,
Yeah,
but
he's
like
an idiot.
I'm gonna take Jake versus Flo.
Jake is so. Which Jake? OG Jake or Swole Jake?
Yeah, OG or Swole Jake. Because Swole Jake, he'd punch a girl.
Maybe one like Chris Brown.
He'd do it.
Swole Jake.
If provoked.
I think Flo beats old Jake.
Yeah, the one was
But-
just a regular employee.
Swole Jake might be the top in the insurance battles. I think he takes out.
all insurance.
He's smart and
It's Jake.
swole.
It's Swole Jake.
No, if you looked at Blake Mason, he punched people.
We're talking about national insurance.
Okay.
If we're talking local, I don't know where Blake makes one.
I still think Swole Jake takes the
I
cake,
don't know.
I'd
man.
love to see those two
I
fight.
don't know, General.
The general's so small,
He's got a shank.
but it's just the
It's
general.
just- yeah.
The General, but like, dude,
Sure,
He's got the military experience, but let's just be honest with ourselves. Swole Jake is training with professional athletes on the daily.
probably about to date Caitlin Clark.
He's also
No.
No, when she got drafted, he was there.
he was.
He's everywhere.
So stupid.
If you guys ever play 2K, NBA 2K, you can be friends with Swole Jake in the game.
Was that the 25 one?
I think it's 24, but you could be best friends with Swole Jake. And I'm like, none of the other insurance mascots are in 2K. I know Swole Jake is training with LeBron.
So is Bill Hader, though. So.
He wasn't training with him, he was just his doctor.
But he played with
Still kind of.
He did one-on-one.
and he got a shot on him. So
He did, yeah. I'm saying Swole Jake still. I think he takes the insurance wars. It's flow. It's the whole progressive gang. I think Swole Jake takes them. 5-on-1.
I don't know.
The dude with the motorcycle.
Swole Jake is the Thanos of insurance.
Yeah.
World.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. That one girl from the progressive team. That's like whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. She
No.
can pull out a shank and kill him.
Yeah, but he's got the muscle mass. He tanks the shank and
He's
then
like Superman.
he punches it. It's like
Yeah,
she's like holding his hand like Thanos and Captain America, and he's like, "What the hell?" And then boom. No, it's Swole Jake. He takes the cake, man.
They need to do that for like the Super Bowl or something, like the insurance wars.
Jake would obviously win because everything's part of this game.
You just see the gecko's been like stepped on. The emu's dead.
Emu's head is gone. You know, Emu's head is in the ground. He's surrendered.
Emu's head is in the ground and Doug is decapitated. And then you just see the progressive team trying to fight off Swole Jake.
What other?
Yeah. There's other.
This is the
Maybe
best.
like J.K. Simmons from We Are Farmers.
Oh yeah, you could put in J.K. Simmons in there.
Now,
You could also put in the Liberty Bibberty guy, who I hate so much,
He's
and
not the main mascot though.
but he is a little bit.
what?
He's
The
on there.
Statue of Liberty
I,
from Lego Marvel Superheroes.
Jake knocks it over. One push. He's so swole. That muscle mass is crazy.
Dude, he has no shot but Affleck.
The half like yeah.
I was like, dude, he's good.
Mayhem dude from Allstate.
Oh,
That's a good matchup.
He's immortal.
He is immortal.
What's better, being immortal or being so unbelievably swole?
But he's causing chaos.
That's good. So okay, that's the Captain Marvel moment, right from Endgame.
Without insurance, he'd be handling things like that. But better man like me just knocks out bullshit.
Hits him with his motorcycle.
Flying around like a bee.
Professor Burke.
Have you seen that?
The what?
The one where it's like, I'm a bee, and he's
Oh yeah.
he can fly.
So you guys know when they're fighting on Titan, and it's like all the insurance mascots, and then when Nebula comes in and she hits him with the ship, that's the Mayhem guy.
On Fanduel. No, and then
That
there's
goes so
Progressive.
They do a sequel and it's Endgame.
The progressive ones are in
Oh,
Wakanda.
you guys come back to me. Swole
There's
Jason.
Dr. Rick, who teaches young homeowners not to do their things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is that progressive too?
Yeah, no, they have a couple. Same with I think.
It's him and
Geico has the what's up? Guess what time it is?
the camel.
Camp day.
Oh.
Dude, he's fight. Mayhem's number. Dude, okay, insurance. Mayhem's ranked above Jake.
Well, that's the original Jake, not Swole Jake. Swole Jake's not even on the list. He's too powerful. They don't even put him on.
They were scared to rank him.
But there is also the other.
He'd show up at their house.
Geico caveman.
Oh, the Geico caveman, yeah. That's like the Wakanda battle. We got the whole progressive team.
Oh, everybody from Progressive.
That's the whole squad.
Jake's gonna give up, dude. Mayhem, like, dude, he has a black glove, dude.
It's-
He's O.J. Simpson.
It's. I think it really does come down to Mayhem versus Jake
Like,
Yeah.
in terms of pure strength and power.
What is J.K. eating a cookie?
See, that's just old man J.K. Simmons. It's not even like Omni Man or something, which would be so
But
cool.
like,
Or J. Jonah Jameson, who I think could hold his own too.
Okay, the guy who played God, the guy from Allstate.
Oh yeah.
He's not even. He's a mascot, but he's not even a character. Like he's God.
What do you-
Allstate. Like
He's pretty strong.
he's like the Thor.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He
He
throws
shows
it.
up with Lehman with the Geico.
He throws an axe into Jake's chest.
Dude, he should have gone for that, dude. And Endgame's like, went for the head.
Trust me, I'm gonna make these posters.
He's got his phone out. He should have gone for the head and he clicks insure. The insurance war. Insurance wars. Yeah.
And then their end game.
What we call deductible.
So who would be the three that
Deductible
that
gas.
survive? Like
Well, I
that,
mean-
that go up
Okay.
to Jake, who's just sitting
Mayhem,
there.
So it'd be the big three.
The big three.
It's the big three.
Mayhem, Allstate,
And Flo.
Isn't Mayhem the
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel?
She's still alive.
I know, but the big three.
Okay, then
Geico Gecko.
yeah, Gecko,
Allstate. And then Flo.
She's definitely
Lima's been bigger than Allstate though.
Where we could go.
Like
It's Doug.
Emu gets snapped. Emu gets snapped and Doug's alive.
Yeah.
Still alive.
Because
It's like the Rocket and Groot.
Wait,
Yeah.
who's the- wait,
so
no, I feel
yeah.
like Geico. No, okay, I feel like Geico should be Ant-Man. What the hell happened here?
he wasn't in the first one.
he says, what the hell happened here? Dude, but he actually gets giant.
He's like God.
Big lizard.
Big lizard.
Oh my god.
If it really comes down to it, he will become Big Lizard.
If it really comes down to it, he will go up Jake's butt.
Dude, yeah, Flo and Jamie. Jamie, like,
Jamie.
I feel like
I think Jamie's
50-50. You can't tell he's doing it because he's like. But I feel like he would do
Oh wait,
something.
no, because the progressive people are in Wakanda.
think-
I thought he was gonna be the
Let's switch it
Peter
up.
Parker
They'll
death.
be the Asgardians.
Your mic
and-
just died.
Oh man.
Oh, good thing I'm putting it right in the
We're
middle.
finishing this up.
Yeah.
I think we go Jamie as the first casualty because I think it'd be funny to
Is
see.
Jamie the Loki?
He's the Heimdall,
Oh, he's a Heimdall. Is he a Heimdall?
and he sends
Who's
Limu
who's the Spider-Man death? The most dramatic.
Okay. Well,
Saddest one.
Who's gonna be the Loki? Because he's tied with Allstate.
I don't know.
Because like Allstate's like,
This sounds like a whole nother episode.
yeah, we just gotta like draw this out and we like. Put the
I'll work on the posters.
I'll put on the who's who.
We'll figure it out.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
figure it out.
I'll find other insurance companies, lower level ones. So like 4444.
Yeah, we'll get Blake.
He'll be
Mason.
He'll be in there.
He's Bucky.
With his boxing gloves.
Yeah. Come on.
This sounds great.
Who's Hulk? Hulk's
I
not
think
dead.
Limu. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Doug is Iron Man. Because they're best friends.
Doug kills himself. He sacrifices himself.
And I
am
Doug.
Doug. Snaps and kills Jake.
Or it'd be like,
I also
you're nothing without Limu. And Doug.
I think
That goes hard.
That Thanos' army should also just be a bunch of guys in red shirts and khakis too.
It's a bunch of State Farm employees.
Didn't you have didn't Progressive have a thing a couple years ago where they had their phasers or something like
Yep.
that? Yeah, that's what they have. That they're the Wakandians and they have the vibranium technology. Oh my god, dude, this is peak.
It's almost as good as the
Dude.
Nintendo Infinity War with Digby.
Digby was Thanos. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can go see that.
I think that one's better.
It is better.
I think Digby as Thanos is better than Jake as Thanos.
Because it's just a little
Little
dog.
Yeah,
There's nothing more intimidating.
It's that, and then Mario being like, "What did you do?"
Isabella's Gamora.
Dead.
It'd be like, he doesn't love anybody. No.
No, cause
Oh wait, no. It's be.
I wouldn't be so sure. Those tears aren't for him.
Wait, who's Red Skull? Who's Red Skull?
Oh, that's a good. It has to be a villain, an old villain.
But someone who's
Ganondorf. No, we had Ganondorf as Black Panther.
Or Koopa.
Yeah, it's just
The
a
first
Koopa.
Koopa that got sent. The first Koopa that got hit.
Smash. Yeah.
There's two of them for him.
She's falling as the music.
So he gets a little flash to the Koopa doing his thing, and then
She's on the ground.
she's on the ground. Digby's just crying.
Digby wakes up from the Where did he go after that? I think he went back to Earth.
Honestly,
No, he went to
He
Titan.
went to Titan, yeah.
I would pay somebody to animate that.
And then
Act.
Tom Nook is Star Lord.
all the Guardians characters are just Animal Crossing people.
The Nooklings are the rest of the Guardians.
Drax would be
just a
Animal
Nookling.
Drax would probably.
In the village.
I think Mantis would be like the villager.
Yeah.
Drax would be. Because Rocket would be one of the Nooklings.
Yeah.
And
Or
so
you could
would
just-
Groot.
He could just be any of the other animals.
Didn't we make
That's true.
Didn't we
He's
make
not a
Ant-Man,
raccoon.
didn't they make Ant-Man with his name? Olimar?
Olimar, yeah.
And then Mario's Cap. So
Yeah.
Luigi's Bucky.
Louis.
Mario?
Oh no!
No, dude. Who was looking for? Oh, Rhodes. But who would be? I feel like
Well,
Sam Wilson. would be-
Samus was Iron Man.
Sam.
Yeah.
I'm saying with Sam Wilson, Falcon.
Oh, I don't know.
Just Falcon. No, 'cause I'm wondering
Falco.
It's just it's Sam Wilson still. No
That's
shade.
still
No,
Anthony
'cause
Mackie.
I'm imagining War Machine. Who would be War Machine?
I don't know. This one took a lot too.
Like Zero Suit or something.
Because I know Thor was
Link.
So he
I'm
throws
just
the
I'm just
Master
imagining
Sword
like
into Digby.
the trailer for it, so it's like who are you guys? And then the Guardians would be like, alright, and it turns. It's there's like only very few words actually said in the whole thing. Mario.
Oh no! Mama mia.
And then as he dies, you hear his family.
No, that's when Cap's sitting there. He's like, "Oh God, that's the Mamma Mia." Everyone's dead. It's so good. This is
But
a
hold
whole
on,
episode too.
I want to see who's Vision and Scarlet and have that see that scene.
Well,
where she's
it was Rob was Vision.
Yeah.
Rob and then Scarlet.
I have the poster of it.
Dude,
That I
remember
made.
That scene like Rob's like, you can do it.
He just doesn't say anything.
He just goes,
He's just staring at. Wasn't it Zelda?
yeah.
I know Ganondorf was our Black
No,
Panther.
Rob.
Ganondorf's Black Panther.
Because there's literally
There's
no black people on Nintendo.
It was Peach. That's what I had it as. Mewtwo was Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alakazam was Wong.
Someone has to stay.
Rocket was Diddy Kong.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Then who's then wouldn't Drax as
Drax
DK
was
make sense?
was Wario.
But
Yeah.
doesn't Drax at DK?
Hulk
make more
was
Hulk was DK.
Hulk was Donkey
Okay.
Kong.
Who's Bowser?
Bowser wasn't even in this.
Dude, Hulk should be Bowser. And then
Bowser's Red Skull.
Bowser's Red Skull.
I don't know. I really want the Koopa dance to be somewhere.
I mean, you could have it be on like a Koopa Troopa thing, because he's the king of the Koopas.
Yeah.
So when
It's in his kingdom.
as the bells fall like we're dead, it just cuts to that like it's like two Koopas that weren't in the scene at all.
Does it even fit? Who else was Captain Falcon was Star Lord.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Meta Knight was
Somebody.
I think he was War Machine. I think that's what
Was
I
he
had.
War
him as.
Machine? Who was Kirby? Or no, Kirby was Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Because of the scene in
Smash
Brawl where he goes
And it's just Digby like.
Digby, like, dude.
No, but you're telling me Digby in the background of that doesn't go so hard.
Who was Dr. Mario?
Bruce Banner.
It was Bruce Banner.
He turns into Donkey Kong. Because it's Mario's brother. That's who Dr. Mario is.
He's the third brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Who was Palutena?
Palutena, I feel like, or Palutena or
I mean, you have Pitt in there too now.
Oh, yeah, he was Hawkeye.
Pit, yeah. How about Dark Pit? Ronan?
He just turns into Dark Pit.
When he's over in Japan.
Don't give me hope. was Sheik
Sheik is Black Widow.
was Black Widow.
Yeah.
She
So
talking to Dark Pit about
Don't give me hope. I don't remember who Palutena. Who I had Palutena as. Because I put this over the Endgame poster. So it's
yeah, I
in.
know which one though.
Hold on, he's looking up the Endgame poster. Before we end this.
This was the second one.
Yeah.
The second one, not the main movie, but I know which one you're talking about.
Oh, you had it as Captain Marvel.
Why did I do that? Was Ant-Man Kirby?
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to fix this.
So Palutena, and then
Who's the
what's her name? As a Koye.
Yeah. From Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, Troy. It looks like a Troy person.
And then that was Nebula, the villager.
The villager's Nebula. Yeah.
And then
What, Kirby's War Machine. I think you just move things around in the poster to make it fit a little bit better.
yeah, it. Well, wait. Kirby is Ant-Man.
Oh yeah.
Meta Knight's
War Machine.
War Machine.
Nah, you need to recast this,
I do.
dude.
Well, we're gonna talk about this tonight.
Olimar is definitely Ant-Man.
And Kirby's definitely Captain Marvel. Like,
Olimar's
where
up to
Olimar's actually Moon Knight in this universe.
he switches between him and Alf.
And Conchu's the little like guys that are
God.
following him around.
Like if it was up to me, I'd have Bowser as Hulk, just because they're both giant green, and then if they're both
I
in
like-
the same, if DK and
Bowser's a
DK
villain, though.
Yeah.
But if
DK's
DK and DK Junior are on the same, if they're related.
Yeah, but
if
one's a
Rocket,
gorilla, one's a monkey.
Why don't you
It
make
works.
actual the raccoon from the Falco universe?
What?
The
You talking about Fox?
yeah Fox, but there's the wolf. Make him.
Yeah, Wolf.
Make him Rocket. I mean,
Wolf
come
is
on.
Ronin, obviously. He's dead already by this point. Captain
They
Falcon
already-
killed him.
Is Captain Falcon even in this?
He's Star
Yeah, he's Star-Lord.
Star-Lord,
Oh, we had it where Digby was getting held down and it's like, no, Falcon punches him.
Tell me that's not true. Falcon punches him. Samus is Captain Falcon. You gotta cool it right now. We almost got this off.
Who was Mantis?
A villager.
Who was Spider-Man?
Wait, no, Mantis was Jigglypuff.
Who was
Oh
Spider-Man?
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Jeez. What was it? Hypnosis or
Just lullaby.
yawn? Jeez.
Spider-Man was Ness.
Ness.
Hell yeah.
You gotta
I
get-
need to
like
fix
that.
it,
You
but
gotta get like what's his name?
I'll do a
What's
version
the
2.
Black game character.
Game & Watch.
Yeah, he's gotta be somebody. Dude, I feel like he'd be hysterical.
I did have Falco as
Falcon.
Falcon.
That makes sense. You should definitely just do Fox or Wolf as Rocket, and then DK Jr. can be somebody else.
Pseudo Wudo is Groot.
That's too obvious. That's way too obvious.
That
Should
goes
be-
so
you
hard.
sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Who's Omni-Man?
J.K. Simmons.
Just Omni. He's just in it now.
Alrighty, that's gonna end this
This has
episode.
been, like,
The longest episode of the
probably
season,
ever.
or ever.
'Cause
Maybe.
I don't know if we went on past 2 hours on some of these, but
Crazy.
what a journey.
2 mics dead. Lots of tangents.
Discovering what's what's universal and what's not.
Yeah, no, really, a lot of tangents.
A lot of tangents.
We haven't had an episode like this yet.
No.
We thought we went on for a while in the other seasons.
Oh, have you seen CW's Schindler's List yet?
Oh yeah, no, I haven't.
Dude, you gotta watch it.
Okay, yeah.
Grant Gustin kills it. He's so good.
He's so good in that. Anyways,
So good as Schindler.
You sure it was Schindler? Why not? He wasn't Ray Fiennes' character, and he shot that poor Jewish woman in the middle of the yard.
That was Stephen Amell.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was Ebert Thon.
God.
Where's Cisco? Cisco just is everyone else a Jew?
Yeah.
The rest of the CW cast, yeah.
So good.
All right.
I'd make that poster.
Oh, you're gonna make that post.
It's just no, it's just it's the same hands with lightning.
All
Oh
right.
my god, next one.
Skibbity bop.